Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. So, in this class, we are going to continue with the same topic of prayer, but yes, we are going to discuss the two different subtopics of prayer. So, let's start with the different types of prayer. And it is the very important part of this topic, and it can also come for 10 marks and also for 4 marks. So, please pay attention. So, when we talk about the different types of prayer, so we have these four prayers in our mind. First, the Friday prayer, then shortened prayer, then delayed prayer, or festival or Eid prayer. So let's discuss all of these prayers in detail. In this class, we are going to discuss Friday prayer, shortened prayer, and delayed prayer in detail. And inshallah, for the Eid prayer, we will have another audio lesson. So let's start with the Friday prayer. As we all know that we as Muslim know that Friday holds a great importance in our religion as a day. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has declared this day as Sayyidul Ayyam, which means the leader of all days. And in our Islamic history, many of the incidents took place on Friday. Prayer is obligatory upon every adult. We have discussed it in the last audio lesson as well. But on Friday, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam they have instructed us to put some more effort in our Zohar or Friday prayer. It's very important for all of the Muslims to pay some more attention towards the prayer when it's Friday. So let's talk about first that which of the peoples are exempted from the Friday prayer. Do you think that there are some people who are exempted from this Friday prayer? Yes, there are travelers, children, women. There is a condition of women that those who are in their menstrual cycle, so yes, they are exempted from this Friday prayer. That patients, patients, maybe please make sure that patients and very old people, they come in the criteria that if they are not conscious enough to offer their prayer, that only then they are exempted. But yes, if they are patients, if they are having any kind of disease, but they are able to perform the prayer, then they are not exempted. Okay, so please make this point very clear that women, patient, and very old people are exempted on certain conditions. If they fulfill those conditions, so it means that they are exempted, but after this, no exemption for any kind of prayer. Okay, as I just told you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has instructed us to put some more effort on Friday for Friday prayer. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also took some measures before he used to go for Friday prayer. First sunnah of Friday is to take bath. Trimming our nails is one of the major sunnahs of Friday. Then removing unwanted hair, wearing good clothes. Acha, good clothes does not mean new clothes every time. No, whatever you have, like whatever the best clothes or the good clothes you have, you just wear it for your Friday prayer. And using a fragrance. Please do remember that for women, fragrance is recommended, but yes, you should be very careful that no na-mahram should smell that fragrance. It should not be very loud in smell. And for men, yes, there is no particular instruction for the fragrance, but putting a fragrance is one of the important sunnah of Friday. Now, Friday prayer replaces Zohar prayer on that day. Those who are offering Friday prayer, so it counted as their Zohar prayer. There's no need to offer their Zohar prayer individually. If they are in congregation, if they are having it all together in the Jamaat form, so it replaces Zohar prayer on that day. Remember that there is no qaza for Friday prayer, means if you have missed your Friday prayer in congregation, it means that you cannot offer it as qaza. No, it's gone. Friday prayer are always performed in congregation and cannot be performed as individual. Please do remember that Friday prayer will always be performed in congregation. You cannot, or I cannot just have it as an individual prayer. On Friday, if you're having your individual prayer, it will be counted as Zohar prayer, not the Friday prayer. Friday prayer will always be performed in congregation. This is an important point here. Then it is strictly recommended for the Muslims to reach a masjid on time. Please do remember that for every prayer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have told us to reach on time for any kind of namaz. But yes, when we talk about Friday, so we have some instructions, some special instructions to reach to the mosque before the time so that we can attend the khutbah as well. They should hurry as soon as they hear the first azan. As on the normal days, there is just one azan on on Zohar time, okay? But now on Friday, we have two azan. What is the purpose of having two azans on especially on Friday? Let's discuss. Please do remember that first azan for Friday serves as a purpose of recalling that now you should be prepared for your Zohar prayer, for your Friday prayer. It gives you an indication that now the time of Zohar prayer has started, and please get ready for your Friday prayer. So first azan always gives you the notification or serves the purpose to notify the people to assemble in the mosque, while the second azan while the second azan is delivered just before the khutbah. Okay, khutbah means the Friday. On Friday we have a sermon where we discuss the holy teachings of Islam. So the second azan is delivered just before khutbah. Soon after the arrival in masjid, first two rakat tahiyatul masjid are recommended to pray, like are recommended to perform. We Muslims, we believe that whenever we are stepping in in any mosque, so we should perform tahiyatul masjid. But yes, it's not obligatory to perform it, but it's a sunnah. Okay. Now let's talk about the second azan. After the second azan, the sermon is delivered by the imam. Sermon has two parts. Each part deals with the recitation of the Holy Quran, Durood, and advices and Islamic teachings. During khutbah, no one is allowed to talk, recite, or offer prayer. It is highly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam they have told us not to talk or not to recite or not to offer any kind of prayer while the imam is delivering the khutbah, because khutbah has a lot of importance in our deen. So the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that when the imam is delivering sermon and you ask your companion to keep quiet, then no doubt you have done an evil act. It means that during khutbah, you cannot even ask your partner or your friend to be quiet. No, it's not allowed. If they are talking, if someone is doing anything, you are not allowed to stop them or to instruct them not to do anything. Okay, you should be very quiet. You should be having 100% of your attention on the khutbah. Now, as I have already mentioned that the Friday prayer is always we always offer or perform it in the congregation. So after sermon, iqamat is called and two rakats prayer are performed by the imam in congregation. Dua is also done after first prayer. Four sunnah, two sunnah, and two rakat nafil are performed individually by the congregation. Do remember that whenever the women and when the men, whenever they are having their congregation prayer on Friday, so the imam always perform two rakats of Friday prayer. Okay, after the Friday prayer, after two rakats of Friday prayer, the four sunnah and two rakats of nafil should be performed individually. Once you are done with your Friday prayer, like 2 rakats of Friday prayer, then you can perform your rest of the namaz in individually, okay, as individual person. Uh, as we all know that reciting Durood Sharif on our Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is one of the most important part of Friday. So we should create an environment on Friday that where we can sit together and we can have this activity. Now, what kind of question do we get in our paper? The question is, write about the main features of congregational prayer on Friday, and it comes for 10 marks. So, dear students, whatever we have studied here, like all of the information about the Friday prayer, you need to write down all of these information in your uh, answer. Okay, but it should be elaborated. For the elaboration, you can use your books, please. Textbook and the reference book, they are very important to read. Plus, there are some notes available, so please take help from notes and books so that you can achieve the highest level of your answer.